I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance. By now, you've all seen plenty of videos about how Muskrat has taken over significant parts of our government. He's not the president. He's not elected. He's not appointed by and then appointed by the president and then approved by the Senate. He's not even on the government payroll. He's not an employee of the U.S. government. And yet somehow he was able to direct that the head of the Transportation Safety Administration be fired. He was able to fire a whole bunch of people in the FAA. And now he has taken over the Office of Personnel Management. That's the HR of federal government. And he has access to all of the critical information of every government employee in our country. He's also taken over the Treasury, the guys who write the checks. How does this happen? He is a de facto dictator while our alleged president goes golfing. And it got me to wondering, I mentioned before that he can't be president because he's not a natural born citizen. And all the latest news has got me wondering, why did our founders write our Constitution so that the president had to be a natural born citizen, not a naturalized citizen, but a natural born citizen? Because it says in Article 2, Section 1, it says, no person except a natural born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of president, etc., etc. Why did they word it like that? Well, I got to digging, and I found this guy, Joseph Story. He was a Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court from 1812 to 1845, and then he was the first Dane professor of law at Harvard University. This guy wasn't just a lawyer and a Supreme Court justice, he was also a historian. And he wrote a book called Commentaries on the Constitution of the United States, with a preliminary review of the constitutional history of the colonies and states before the adoption of the Constitution. He explores the whys of the Constitution. Why did they say this? Why did they do that? And when it comes to the requirement that a citizen be a natural born citizen in order to be president, this is what he had to say. The framers appear to have adopted the requirements that citizens be natural born citizens to ensure that the president's loyalties would lie strictly with the United States. Barring naturalized citizens from the presidency protects the United States from ambitious foreigners and interposes a barrier against those corrupt interferences of foreign governments in executive elections, which have inflicted the most serious evils upon the elected monarchies of Europe. So, set aside the fact that the convict-in-chief's first term showed us that natural-born citizens can also be corrupted by foreign governments. We'll set that aside for now. But now we've got somebody who has billions of dollars of business interests in the countries that we call adversaries. And he's been given access, unprecedented access, unaccountable access to sensitive data about all of our government employees. And where is our alleged president? He's golfing at Mar-a-Lago. Where's our Congress? Crickets. Nothing. Well, I think we should do something about that. I think every one of us should be calling our elected officials, Republican and Democrat, MAGA, liberal, progressive, whatever, call them. Remind them that they voted to ban a social media app by 79 to 18 in the Senate and 360 to 58 in the House. They said when they cast those votes, a strong, very strong majority said that they were worried about foreign governments interfering in our government. So call them and say, Elon Musk is an unelected, unconfirmed South African immigrant with financial incentives to make our enemies happy. Why is he getting unfettered access to the personnel information of our federal government? Why is he being allowed to have unprecedented, unchecked power in our country? Why is he allowed to be the very threat that Article 2, Section 1, Clause 5 of our Constitution was written to protect us from? Why is Congress ceding its authority to this person? Now that last section, that last sentence, why is Congress ceding its authority? That's a very important statement to make when you call your representative, because that's exactly what they're doing. Over the last several decades, Congress had been given more and more of its power to the presidency, and now it is ceding its power to an unelected, unconfirmed, foreign-born possible agent of foreign governments. And that's what we need to remind them of. So, give them a call, folks. Let's get this done. Good day.